The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome.
But to do something a little different. And I figured now is as good a time as any to just break this bit in as a future piece of content that will be featured on this channel. So check this out. We're diving in to the comment section. Because as I was saying, if you want to come at me with a logical, thought out argument, I'm willing to listen. I'm aware sometimes I've been guilty of going on and just being like, some shit is trash, I don't like it. When I do that, people seem to think that that means that I want the artist to starve to death, kicking over garbage cans to eat moldy sandwiches. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. I still want them to do well, even if I don't like and or appreciate what they do. I want them to do well. But getting past that, we're going to go in the comment section real quick, because as y'all know, if you follow on the YouTube page, Jack of One Trade, you know that I've had reactions up here for a while. And I did Soundgarden, Slaves and Bulldozers is one of the first ones that I ever did. Here we are, fast forward a year later, more so than that now when I started, but another Soundgarden song comes up. Never the Machine Forever by Soundgarden, right? So I give it a listen. I'll put the recommendation of somebody in the comment section, which here's how that went. You know, dig into some Eddie Money, because apparently I remind that person of a young Eddie Money. But let's fast forward. He says, check out this Soundgarden track. So I check it out. I don't like it. It's off. The beat is off. So I don't want to deal with that. It bugs me out. It's the same reason I don't like grime. You know, look, if you want to know what my opinion is on the song, go watch the video. It's up on YouTube for you to see it. So anyway, an hour ago, dude drops a comment and says, bro, that's cool. I see you're a hip hopper. So right away, disrespectful, but whatever. Which is not music, even in the furthest stretch. But I figured you'd at least like the lyrics. They blow your fucking mind. Now you're telling me what my mind is doing, but alright, let's continue. Cornell was a genius lyricist for sure. First, nobody's disputing that, number one. And number two, Chris Cornell did not write this song. But again, let's move past that. Slaves, referencing Slaves and Bulldozers, is probably one of their best. Glad you like it. Fuck it. Check out Mailman, which is a great song. And like Suicide off of Super Unknown. I have to check that out, but I'm pretty sure I know that. Crazy Time Signature is what separates Soundgarden from the rest. Come on, bro. Hip-hop, please. Not music, just chanting lyrics with no musical talent. 95% is garbage. Horrible. So I took a breather, and I answered back. Oh, shit. Hold on. I was trying to get in contact with one of my older friends to see how everybody is doing, but that was a fail. But I said, if you haven't heard anything worthy, but I understand. This music that's out right now is wild, but things change. Referencing rap music. If you listen to this song and still think 95% garbage, then there's no change in your mind. This is thoughtful, well written, and a clearly spoken album cut. Give it a shot. Tell me what you think. I drop him Immortal Technique. You never know. Here's the response back I get. Yo, I listened to it. It's definitely not garbage, but he's chanting. No talent there. He's telling a story, which is cool though. It's thoughtful. The music is nice, but it's repetitive for an entire 7 minutes. No standard musical structure, and if not synthesized, is something we both could figure out in about 30 minutes. Fair. Dude is stealing people's money, in my opinion. The stuff I like is more Kanye, LL Cool J, Nelly, Ludacris, just to name a few. I know old school, but I do not believe there is much talent with any of them from a vocal or musical perspective. Just a catchy hip-hop track, and it's cool to listen to for sure. So, okay. That's a lot to digest. But let me tell you what I got out of this. Which is, so you're saying majority of rap songs is the repeating a chorus, a hook, or whatever. But so does Chris Cornell in Soundgarden. So does Metallica. So does every artist ever that has made music from the beginning of fucking time. Maybe. I'm not sure. And 7 minutes is a long time. But the reason why I sent you that song, I knew it was 7 minutes long. But I sent it because there was a story in it. And it's proven that this mumble rap bullshit that's out right now is just the thing that's hot for the moment. It's what hair metal was to your metal music. Maybe you love that era. Maybe you think that's the nerdiest shit ever. But you can't deny one thing is 100% for sure. And that's that it was a product of its time. Flavors move on. Shit changes. People get stuck in the old days. The new generation comes in, don't like the old shit. Old generation don't like the new shit. That's just what it is. When you reference people, when you say the dude stealing people's money, in my opinion, I'm assuming that you're talking about samples as far as creating beats are concerned. And then you go on to say you like artists like Kanye, LL, Nelly, and Ludacris, who ironically are as industry as you can get. And Kanye, of all the artists in the fucking world, if you're going to try to crucify somebody for sampling music, Kanye is at the top of that fucking list, dude. And look, like Kanye, hate him, doesn't matter. He's not my brand either, but that's alright. I understand where you're coming from. Maybe the commercial aspect of some of these artists is what's comfortable for you, and the rest of it you just don't really care for or want anything to do with. I can understand that. And you're right. In 30 minutes, both of us, there's no way that either one of us would be able to break down anything about song patterns or rhythms, anything like that. It would be insane for us to sit here and pretend that either of us had the ability to do that, which I'm glad that you brought that up, because most people don't. That's the part of the conversation that we're having right now, and why I wanted to turn this into a bit on the channel, comments permitting. But look, dude, that's what this is. My video and your comment, anybody's out in internet land, is just a snapshot of what our opinion is in the moment. But the way the recipient on either end winds up taking it is that we've disregarded the fact that we don't have the time, knowledge, or ability to be able to break these things down to a science. But that's essentially what we do, is we bullshit each other and we throw our opinions out there like they are boss, like there's no challenging them, which is crazy. But I think that's just part of the dynamic that the internet has created, because it's designed for such small interaction. There's no realistic ability to sit and actually have a conversation. It's all about traffic, moving on to the next thing. What's the next thing for me to watch? There's the ability to sit down and consume something slowly is gone. We went from sitting down as a family and eating dinner to going to a fucking hot dog eating contest, and we're sitting here trying to figure out why music sucks now. It's because nobody puts the time into it. If the listener doesn't take the time to appreciate the music, why the fuck should the artist go out of their way to make some shit that's going to change the way that you think or look at something? For us to take 5 minutes and then boom, we're on to the next thing. There's no value in it. That's fucked up. But that's what it is. But look, I enjoyed this, and I honestly think this is the point of what this channel is, dude. We're gonna have a difference in opinion. I don't make a video and expect every person that watches it to agree with everything I say, nor would I ever assume anybody in the comment section would watch or listen to anything that I create and expect that they should have to agree with me 100% of the time. That is anti-human nature. It doesn't make sense to think that way. So look, we're both going to keep open minds, right? And hopefully everybody that is new that comes in here is going to do the same thing. We're going to lose a lot of people along the way, man, because of this ADD style of thinking and the way that everybody moves now. But that's alright, because those of you that get it are gonna stick around, and we can have deep conversations like this. And to some of you, maybe this is boring or you don't really consider it deep, but nobody takes the time. I've mentioned this on the podcast before. Nobody takes the time to sit and think about dissecting an artist's album and going through the lyrics the way that we used to, when you could flip through when you buy an album and look at the art and read the thank yous at the end of the booklet to watch how many people it took to put that fucking album together. Or if you're a rap fan like I am, looking underneath where it says the song was written by and looking for that artist's real name, because if that artist's real name wasn't there, you might be somebody that's not really worth listening to. I want to hear from you. It's great that you have a voice and it seems to be catching on, but I thought we were supposed to be listening to your story. But speaking of stories, I've already talked for damn near 3 hours. I did a live stream earlier. I'm going to just put it out here right now. I immediately flew off the handle in typical YouTube comment reaction fashion, and I apologize for that. I gotta get out of that, because just like you, I'm a person and I get caught up into this shit, bringing heat with heat, dude. That's stupid. After taking a minute, I write the comment that I actually put, and that's the conversation we should have had from the beginning. There's too much of, I'm gonna rush immediately to what I think, jot it down, and then run away before somebody gets the chance to tell me that I didn't get the last word, and actually write down a thought that was worth thinking and having a conversation worth exchanging words. I know, look, this deep shit, man. There's a lot of episodes coming up on the podcast, so if you are new around here, I know I mentioned this a bunch of times. I'm gonna say it again until you do it. So this is just what we gotta do. I don't ever tell you to smash the bell or the like button. Subscribe if you enjoy yourself. If you don't, bye Felicia. And that's the end of the story. This could become its own bit if it seems to work, even if it doesn't. If I feel like there's a healthy enough conversation, something that we can pull this out of, to do something like this where I can expand, maybe live in the future when everything isn't so heavy with internet usage. But even for now, even if I record it like this and post it up and we can continue the conversation like that, we can do that. So, I don't know. I'm going to shut the fuck up. There's my response to your comment, sir. Let me pull your name up, because Robert Fallon. That's my response to your comment, sir. That was way too long for me to write back to you, which is what I was going to do. Instead, I'll just post this and put the link underneath that. I gotta come up with a name for it, but alright, that's it. I'm gonna shut up now.